This graffiti from 2008 sums up the mood when TTC workers last walked off the job. With vehicles parked, it was hard for many to get around. But as the clock ticks down to a legal strike position, workers who commute could be hit hard, especially those who have lower incomes and don't have a car.
It's something that no party ever wants to do. It just sometimes becomes a necessary evil to make sure the members of the union and their rights are being protected.
We spoke with labor lawyer Teelan Celentano to ask if an Ontario employer can fire a worker who can't get to work because there's no transit.
Employees in Ontario can be fired for any non-discriminatory reason, and that's a termination without cause. So if someone is late or can't get to work because of a TTC strike, they could get fired. It would be a wrongful dismissal, and those people would be entitled to severance.
He says it could come without a warning or a suspension ahead of time.
They instead have to give them either notice of termination, so working notice, or pay in lieu of notice of termination. If they want to let someone go because they are late and they want to attempt to establish cause, they need to employ progressive discipline.
Firing someone for cause means no severance. So typically, is there an appeal mechanism for someone who gets fired without cause?
There's not. And in Ontario, you can't let someone go because of their age, their race, their religion, any other protected ground of discrimination. But as long as it's for a non-discriminatory reason, they can let someone go.
And despite the huge rise of remote work in recent years, laws haven't kept up.
And employers are allowed to specify an area of work. So again, at law, there is no obligation for someone to, as a result of a transport strike, as a result of inclement weather, to allow someone to work from home.
Celentano says in the end, it becomes more of a moral obligation, and it's beneficial if both sides are happy.
If your goal is to have, a profitable business, having your employees working the full time, that might make sense if they can work from home. Should be able to give them more flexible hours, change lunch times, change break times, understand that they have lives outside of the office and that getting to work with a TTC strike could make things a lot more difficult, especially if there's kids involved or other responsibilities.
In Toronto, Nick Westoll, City News.